Welcome.
Place sucks.
Yeah,
Go somewhere
welcome
else.
back to Donkey Kong Country 3. We've been in warm weather for too long. We're gonna go to the ice world next.
Yay, early winter.
Early winter? What are you talking about?
It's not being winter. I want it to be winter
I mean,
again.
to be fair,
It has been surprisingly warm.
for me too. Like, yeah, we've had.
Hey!
So now that we've gotten the second set of skis, we can make the jet ski, which for the turbo ski, sorry. And this is going to be our vehicle for the world map for the rest of the game until we get. There is one other vehicle we get, but it's completely optional. Also,
Nope. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, Funky. I'm sorry, but that Bonkers TV show didn't do so well. Don't say that anymore.
So if you're going at top speed, by holding down the dash button, you can bounce up waterfalls, and that's how you find this hidden area.
I'm just imagining Kitty Kong just stomping hard on the go pad, and Dixie just hanging on for dear life.
I mean,
It's like Dixie's telling Kitty, it's just like, all right, what do we do next? Kitty, floor it.
forward, forward,
Just floor it.
Well, I mean, Kitty's in the back, so. Also, I can.
Nah, he'd be in the
I
front.
I was gonna say, it's just like I can imagine Kitty being in behind the wheel.
Also, this is
He's the only one that's tall enough to reach
Also,
the
this
pedals.
is freaking obnoxious. You need 50 coins to buy the mirror and 5 coins to buy the shell. So I'm just like, I'm 2 bear coins away from just affording both of them. I'm just gonna wait until I get 55 and come back later.
Come back when you're
I'm rich enough to get the mirror, which is the more important one, but I want to be able to just buy both and get it done in one shot.
Also, I
like how this area is just called K3.
It's a reference to an actual mountain that's called K2, I think.
No, yeah, true. That is actually
true. There is an
true.
actual mountain in the northern hemisphere called K2, so that's what this is referencing.
That makes sense.
It's the second tall. I think it's the second tallest mountain in the
Mount
world,
Everest, yeah.
but it's also considered by many to be the deadliest.
Yeah, it's actually
mountain to climb.
it is actually
right.
deadlier than Mount Everest, which is surprising.
I want that bear coin.
So the gimmick for this level is you have these clasps. We saw a similar type of enemy in a previous stage. They were the green ones. Those, they just bump into you. These are TNT ones, so they explode. It doesn't make...
Gee, it doesn't look like Kitty cares.
The other problem is the green ones, they always moved at a specific speed. The TNT ones actually follow you. Like, if you stop moving, they stop moving.
Yeah, they do.
That's what makes them annoying. So they're kind of like the clasps in DKC2, except instead of just constantly charging at you, they actually are smart and wait for you to stop moving before they attack.
Yeah, fuck that rat.
Also, I do have to say, I mistimed that.
Yeah, you're not getting that.
You do need to use Kitty to get up there. But unfortunately...
Alright, bye, bye, Kitty.
Dude, it's gone. It's gone.
It's
did
not realize
back.
that it does
It's just good. It's just a little up. It's just a little high. It's still good.
Technically,
It's
I
still
think
good.
what you're
It's gone.
supposed to do is once you see it, you're supposed to jump up there and drop down before it goes off screen. But whatever. What I was trying to say is this is one of my favorite songs in the game. It usually plays during the more outdoorsy areas, like the outdoor cave areas.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this before, but like a lot of people attribute most of the soundtrack to be kind of compared to the first 2 games because Evelyn Fisher does most of the soundtrack, but David Wise does do some of the soundtrack in this game.
All right,
and you somehow got that. All right.
You're supposed to jump. You're supposed to jump it on the. You're supposed to throw it up there.
The way this game works is you can very easily clip things because this game's not programmed very well, and it's much easier. Easier to clip it and get it that way as opposed to. If you are trying to get it the legit,
it's almost like it's a Super Nintendo game that is pushing the Super Nintendo to its limits, and it's being held together by
not necessarily that, but
It's almost like it's a Super Nintendo game that was released when the N64 was.
This threw me off for a while. The DK coin is up, or there's a bonus room up here that is very, very hard to notice because once again, the biggest problem that this game has when looking for bonus areas is that the camera doesn't scroll up all the way.
Nope.
I missed.
I mean, I think it's more of one of the, not necessarily like leap of faith things, because if it was something going downwards, I'd understand, but this is just throwing a Kong upwards. So it's just more like, are you willing to actually do that with almost no risk at all?
It's more like this game, it feels like this game was designed with widescreen in mind when no TVs at this time had widescreen yet. So a lot of things are just barely off.
I mean, they did add widescreen support. They did start adding widescreen support in the N64.
Yeah, that's why I said I think since this was coming around.
DK64.
Yeah, like I said,
it.
this was around the time where games were just starting to do widescreen support, but Super Nintendo couldn't do widescreen.
No.
I mean, to be fair, like the complaint that we're kind of going with right now, the first two games had that problem too. It's just more of that. Are you curious enough to toss someone?
It did,
over
but
there?
that also, like, if you look at it that way, it feels like it was intended to be just barely enough on screen enough to see, but the camera just didn't scroll up high enough for you to notice it. That's all.
Logic, I'm sorry, but the way you phrased that, it sounded like bad news.
Speaking of off.
It's like, are you bad enough, dude, to get widescreen?
Speaking of off-screen bonus areas, there is a bonus barrel in that bottom corner there. You can actually, and unlike the last stage, I will give this credit because you can actually see the banana just barely on screen.
No,
it's still obnoxious, but you can. Speaking of obnoxious, I think that should have counted. I threw Kitty into that coin, but because I was technically not controlling Kitty, it didn't count me as picking up the bonus coin.
Kitty didn't feel
anyway,
like it.
This is the second toboggan level, and the last one in the game.
Kitty was actually appropriate.
Yeah, this is the world where...
Like, Kitty, I just imagine Kitty seeing the coin, he's like, don't care enough.
This makes me kind of feel like they expected you to do... Damn it! This makes me feel like they expected you to do K3 first and then do the factory world, but screw it.
I really need.
Well, I mean,
this is. Send me that clip.
I think it's still in Dropbox.
I think I'll post it again in the Discord actually.
Later.
I definitely have it saved. I think I even have the 4x3
I have it
version
saved in a folder too. So if Logic can't give it to you, I can.
Here it is. I am posting it now.
Yeah, I can't share clips anymore because no Nitro, because fuck Discord right now.
Ah, shit.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah, and you're dead. even Kitty said fuck Nitro.
See, and that's the hardest bonus barrel to get in this level, because even if you know how to short hop, if you do the short hop at just the wrong time, you still technically land on the roof, so then you miss it. Also, this bonus level tries to trick you by having a couple stars be on the lower level.
It's all a matter of reaction, honestly.
Which I'm really bad at.
Which is why I'm thankful I'm playing this on NSO, because I have rewind.
You cheater! No.
I mean, I'm not going to replay the entire level just because I messed up on one bonus level.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of things being out of reach, I will mention this before, but there is a Brothers Bear house on this world map, but it's in the background, so it's really hard to tell where on the world map you can actually go to him.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I don't really like this level.
Yeah, this is...
I'm trying to remember.
This level reminds me a lot of the Hakuna Matata level from the Lion King Super Nintendo game, and for all the wrong reasons.
You just don't like it because you kept running into
spiders. It's the stupid waterfall section where you have to jump up a bunch of logs. It's the exact same thing. The only difference is this is actually programmed better.
Not by much, honestly.
Here's the weird part. I actually completed Lion King recently, on my Switch. I don't remember the waterfall being hard.
It's
It was the sing along part that kept throwing me off because that shit had one get KO shit. Because that shit had one get KO moments everywhere.
yet another instance of the bonus barrel being just off screen. If you didn't notice that it was there when you were jumping up, you can easily just bypass it by accident.
Like my main gripe with this level, which I mean, Sire showed it off in the last 30 seconds. It's the fact that they kind of expect you to be on point with jumping on the barrels in order to make some platform jumps. Because otherwise it's like, oh, you let it get too low? Oh, fuck you, you're gonna have to wait till the next cycle of barrels jump down.
I was never a fan of that.
At least a positive for this stage is that the hit detection of actually jumping on the barrels is actually relatively good. Also, again, thank God 0 counts as a second.
And that's perfect, and that's perfectly fine. But it's just the fact of the matter. It's just like if you're not on the barrel as at the proper height, then no, you're gonna have to wait.
If you're not on point, you're just SOL.
Which is why I said this.
And I give it credit that it's at the very least, if you're not on point with it, it's not instant death. 99% of the time, but it's more so the fact that like if you're not on point, you're waiting like 10 seconds for the next set to come in.
Like I said,
like
I was saying before, I attribute this level to similarly to the Hakuna Matata level in Lion King. Though to give this stage credit, like I said, at least the hit detection on actually jumping on the barrels makes fucking sense, as opposed to the Lion King level where I swear, you phase through those logs even when you land directly on them.
And if you somehow don't have Dixie during this part, well,
you
fuck
can
you!
Get up here as Kitty, it's just a lot harder, and also I'm not doing that again.
That's why I'm saying, fuck you if you don't have Dixie during this.
For some reason...
Go get him, Kitty!
I know the other two games had this too, but I don't like the fact that if you're just barely on the edge of a platform, it counts it as a slope for some reason. Even if it's a flat surface, the very edge counts as a slope.
I'm sorry. I just like seeing Kitty float in the air.
It's just, the only.
That boy loves to float.
He just like look at this.
This part sucks. This part's bullshit.
It doesn't look weird at all.
Oh dear God!
This part's bullshit because sometimes that barrel's supposed to come down. Sometimes that barrel just doesn't spawn in right away, so you have to finagle your way around getting it to actually spawn back in.
Yep.
So I'll give this game I'll give this game a negative for that. It's just sometimes the camera just makes things not spawn in correctly, and that is a big.
Ironically enough, this bonus barrel is the best use of the barrels because they're constantly spawning in instead of in an interval.
It's still a fun level, and the music's amazing. It's just it's just not play tested well because sometimes the barrels just don't spawn in, and when that's the gimmick of your entire level, that's kind of a problem.
American games play tested.
It's a rare game. They're usually play tested well.
It's not even that it's not play tested well. It's more so the fact that if you miss the timing on the barrels as they come down, it fucks with the flow. That's my main gripe with it.
I'll give it the benefit of the fact that we've mentioned this before, but DKC3 is definitely pushing the Super Nintendo to its limit. Also, I should have done that. But the reason why I reset that is because the reason why that happened is that's why. When I jumped.
That cracked me up just now. Actually, you missed the jump, and then you just hear the bird.
No, that's why I reset it because it threw off my jump because it made me freeze in midair.
Threw off my groove.
Speedrunners that do this game, they'll find a way to have parry still be. They'll get parry and then go back and do that bonus minigame that's at the waterfall, because then you can just have parry grab half the bananas that go off screen, and you don't have to worry about using the barrels as often.
Yeah, factory level.
Speedrunners also skip the letters.
They do.
Yeah, square time. Let's go.
Here's everyone's.
Yeah.
This will be everyone's favorite DKC3 level because you're gonna be Squitter the entire level.
Yeah,
Fuck
baby.
yeah!
Squitter time. Everybody's favorite character.
We always stand Squitter in this
Squitter
house.
is amazing. Also, I do. I mention this every time, but I love.
Hey, it's that sniper from DK64.
Get out.
Well, to be fair, the DK64 came from this in the first place. I love that sound clip.
Yeah.
I love that Get Out
just
sound
without
clip.
the voice clip.
Yeah, without the voice clip. Yeah.
If I had that voice clip, I would have put it in here, but I don't have that sound. I don't have that sound clip, unfortunately.
I'm gonna see if I can find it so you can have it in post.
Sure, why not?
Yes. Do it.
I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it every time. This is probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite song in the game. Like, I love the factory stages, the factory music in this game. It's not as good as it's not as iconic as the factory theme in DKC1, but it's still pretty damn good.
I like that he tried
Sire?
to shoot. I like how he tried to shoot the bonus barrel.
Oh, you found it already?
I
Goddamn!
found it. I'm gonna, dude. It only took me like a 10-second YouTube search. I'm gonna have to stereo mix it though. I'll tap it for you.
Also, past me, you're being overly cautious. You had no reason to rewind back there. You had like a whole 20 seconds to get that.
You really didn't.
Skill issue.
I had plenty of time to pick it up. I don't know why I bothered to rewind it.
It's because you don't like square enough.
I would argue that that's probably the best use of the green bananas. It's like, hey, you make your own platforms as
Yeah, sometimes
a squitter.
sometimes the collect bananas bonus game is actually really good. My only issue with
Sometimes it's just trash.
is that there's only 2 types of bonuses.
You don't need it.
I want. Yes, I do.
It's
I'm
like, I may not need it, but I want that shit.
bananas, damn it.
I'm a monkey.
I'm a monkey spider. I need
mean-
that shit.
Isn't the term spider monkey? Isn't the other way around?
In this case, it's a monkey spider.
Pretty sure it's spider monkey, but I could be wrong.
No, I know, but in the Kong's case, it's a monkey spider.
Yeah, why not?
Monkey.
Also, that should not have counted as me not getting hit
Don't-
there. I was right on top of the lava there.
Listen, we all love Pepto-Bismol as much as the next guy, but let's not touch it.
I'm not even gonna comment on that.
I ain't touching that.
Thanks, Eddie.
No, I'm just saying. You comparing it to Pepto Bismol. I'm like, I ain't touching
Thank you,
that.
Eddie.
Someone caught it. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, imagine Pepto Bismol
Ew.
Oreos. Ugh.
please, no. There's already enough disgusting Oreo flavors as it is. Also, the next bonus game is probably my favorite bonus game in this entire game. Ah, damn it. I don't know how that hit me. I wasn't even
My
close to
ass!
it.
All I'll say is Oreo flavors peaked at Reese's Oreos.
I mean, peanut
Nah.
butter goes with almost a...
At least that's
oh,
like
shit.
candy.
I actually...
Look, you didn't even take damage. Why'd you rewind when you didn't even take damage?
Because it looked like I was stuck there. Also,
You were not.
also that's when I also realized there was a DK barrel there, so it doesn't matter if I take a hit. I can just go get whoever I lost back. But we are coming up. The next bonus game in this level is my favorite bonus game in the entire game, and you'll see why in like a minute when I get over there.
Oh, you
That's-
fucked up.
That
That's
was
you.
my fault because apparently
fucked.
Yeah.
apparently the web that I made was not close enough for me to walk on, even though it was directly next to me. Also, if you go underneath the, I'm showing this here because it's not worth it. But going under here, you find a bear coin. And I was like, no, that's not worth it.
Now going
Coward.
on down there, you get some more Pepto
Oh,
Bismol.
I think there's 2 bear coins down there, but it's not worth it. Even though I need 60 bear
Coward.
coins to buy the final item, I can get another bear coin later. But I was mentioning this before. We're coming up. The next bonus game is my favorite bonus game in the entire game, and you'll see why when we get up there.
Does it involve beating the shit out of Kitty?
No, it involves actually controlling the thing that's been shooting at you this entire level. It's so cool.
Oh hell yeah!
It's
I forgot
such
about
a
this.
cool idea.
I actually did. Yeah, I forgot.
This is
about
the
it,
one. This is something
legit
about
forgot about
DKC3
this.
that I love and hate at the same time. They introduce so many cool ideas for one gimmick and one level only, and they never bring it back. I hate that because they could have been like, yeah, this maybe it would have been repetitive to have every minigame be like this.
Now
Yeah.
shoot the coin. Fuck!
Yeah.
Shoot the coin.
I think every bonus level in this stage should have been you controlling the sniper, because it's such a cool idea, but they never bring it back. It's really weird. And that
Probably because it's awkward to control.
maybe
Yeah, a little bit.
it's also
yeah.
funny that it's kind of like a precursor to GoldenEye, since they were already talking about they already referenced N64 here, so it wouldn't surprise me if this is like a pseudo reference to GoldenEye.
Oh yeah, they did make GoldenEye.
Yes, they
I forgot
did.
About that.
Most people don't remember that because
What many would say is like the greatest shooter game
Yeah,
of all
the
time.
It's still being played to this day. What do you want about?
the greatest shooter of all time, and the only reason people play it is for multiplayer and nothing else.
You got one.
Yeah,
Yep.
unfortunately, you only get one shot at getting the DK coin in this level. You have to redo the whole stage.
Yep. And hey, guess what? The multiplayer
It
was an
was.
afterthought.
Yeah,
It
can you
was.
imagine?
It's the funny
Can you
part.
imagine a world where Rare just decided not to put multiplayer in GoldenEye 64? Shooters as we
It'd be
know
a
it
very sad place. We would not have it. We would not have.
yeah,
Halo.
shooters. Well, Halo as we know it today would be a completely different game.
Yeah. There would be no
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Also, I love these stupid lemguins. But at the same, they're called lemguins. They're lemming penguins. But the thing is, it bothers me because every DKC game has this thing where if you bounce on 5 enemies in a row, you get a 1-up. Except for these stupid ass penguins.
Because they knew
I mean,
I
I
get-
get. No, yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
I get why, but it's still obnoxious.
No.
Because
No,
in any other
it's-
scenario, it's almost impossible to get that to happen. But in this, it's just like, okay, this is the absolute easiest way to make that happen. Let's not let that
Also,
happen.
I'm not showing.
Yeah.
Also, I'm doing a bad job of actually showing it off, but this is actually like legitimately the shortest level in the entire game, because we're already done.
Sounds about right.
This is like this is the only stage in the game that only has one bonus level.
I kind of doubt that, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, in this world, I mean, like this level feels long, but really it's like extremely short.
Here's my question: What the penguins do to you?
I don't know. They're just kind of there.
Dude, see, dude, there's the second bonus barrel
Yeah, I
right
know.
there. You lied to us.
I think it's.
How dare you lie to us in a game?
Eh.
How dare you lie to us in a game you haven't played in years?
I think the reason why I think it is feels that I think the reason why I feel like this stage is the shortest level in the game is because I could be wrong about this too. Also, that was being obnoxious trying to get that last star there.
I was kind of hoping
I
you
was
wouldn't
thinking
get
I
it.
wasn't either. But the reason why I think this stage is shorter than it is because I think, don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but it's the one stage in the game where it's just a complete straight line. There's like very little pits, and you just kind of run to the right. Maybe that's why I felt like
You
it was
just
shorter
described
than it
every
actually was.
you just described every single DK level.
Pretty much.
Okay, so here's the little trick here. You can just barely see that there's a road that goes to the upper left. That's how you get up to this bonus cave and where the Brother Bear house is. I missed this the first time I did my practice run because I completely forgot how to get up there in the first place. And by the time I beat the game, I was like, why am I missing something? And I come back here and I'm like, son of a bitch. They actually hid something well for once.
And it's not indicative at all.
No,
No.
it is. There's a very small indication that there's a.
My word, how on earth you find me up here? Never mind that. I've been for weeks getting ready for my attempt to conquer K3. Was I going to miss my best friend Blue's birthday? You
No
do
problem.
me a favor? Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. Take this present. Get the fuck out of my house.
You can. There is a very slight arch above the stage that tells you can go up that way, but it blends into the background extremely well. Also, this is the boss you two have been hyping up the last
the one
3
that gave me
parts.
nightmares when I was younger.
This is my favorite. This is the boss fight I found fun.
This is my favorite boss fight in the game.
Yeah, there it is.
Because they just decide, let's just make Swanky's bonus level be a boss fight. So, he can go in the background. If you want to aim in the back, you just press up on the D-pad and it moves that blue orb up to the background.
It's a matter of
When I was-
timing too.
When I was
because, like,
younger, I never noticed that. Yeah, when I was younger, I never noticed that blue orb. I never noticed
I didn't
that blue
either.
orb.
Like, I think I found out by mistake because, like, I accidentally just tapped up and then I started realizing I was lobbing the snowballs up and I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, so for the second half, he just gets really fast. Honestly, switching between the
Right. Oh, so it's the worst part of the
yes,
Swanky
exactly.
minigame.
So swapping between the
My
foreground
face.
and the background is not really very helpful. I would just suggest always keeping it in the foreground because it's much easier to hit it in the foreground than the background.
Like this honestly reminds me if you guys ever played Virtual Bart, like the mini game
Yes,
where you're tossing
the
the tomatoes
Yeah,
or the
I know
eggs.
exactly what you're talking about.
God.
The nightmares from having to try that game so many
And that's one of-
times.
Virtual
The
Bart
thing
sucks.
The annoying thing about that is that's one of the only mini games in Virtual Bart I could actually win. Because that game is...
And there's your boss fight.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Now, normally I would end there, but I got a whole bunch of stuff I can trade, so rather than save that for the start of the next video and drag that video out, I'll just make this video slightly longer.
Oh, right. I was going to bring this up at the very beginning before we got straight into K3. The fact that if you didn't know how to use like the previous vehicle, this the turbo ski is like the skill issue version of being able to access Krematoa.
They expect you to use these jet skis to unlock Krematoa because it's the hoverboard is just barely fast enough to actually unlock the Lost World. It's much easier to unlock it with the jet ski. But anyway, so we get the present, we give the present to Baloo, and it's a bowling ball. So you come back here to Bazooka to give him the bowling ball, and so now we can go to another Banana Bird bonus level.
Along with Big Bessie. Who's Big Bessie? The biggest and greatest of all cannon of all time. What a beauty.
I love the
Lots of volatility.
I love
you know?
the
Bessie's
I
my
love
favorite. Makes a noise.
the implication that this means that this fucking bear fought in a war against K. Rool's Kremlings. So there was some...
Let's fire up
There's
Big
some-
Bessie. I can't wait to shoot
There's-
this thing. It'll be awesome.
So in Donkey Kong lore, there's records of a war between bears and Kremlings where the bears actually beat up the Kremlings. So K. Rool is so
Well, I mean, it
weak
makes
that he
sense.
lost to bears.
I mean, what did you expect anything
I would
less?
think a crocodile is stronger than a bear.
Dude,
Let's
do
find
you-
out.
Do you remember? Do you remember how strong a bear is?
Well, it depends on what the type of bear. And also,
Any of them, honestly.
Yeah, any
you
of
also know how
them.
strong a crocodile
An
is?
actual crocodile is not stronger than a bear.
I don't know. You know how
And
strong
I
crocodile
think-
jaws are?
Like, I think I've shared it with you guys specifically, and for anyone that's out there that's listening to this, if you're aware of Hajime no Ippo, the meme, or not necessarily like the meme guy, but you like
I swear to God.
the dude that's canonically the strongest boxer in the series, Takamura. He fights a bear.
And loses?
He fights a bear. And he almost died.
He almost died, but he beat the fucking bear.
He did.
Yeah, so the rest of this...
And then they ate him, and he felt bad.
Yeah, I remember that.
He did. It was the equivalent of Homer eating Pinchy in The Simpsons.
And she would have wanted it this way. Oh god, that's delicious. I wish Pinchy were alive to enjoy it.
Oh god, it's so good.
Anyway, so the rest of this part is me finishing up as much of the bear trading as I possibly can, because I just want to get it out of the way now, so that I'm not wasting a whole part getting all of it. But now I can finally get both the shell and the mirror, because you need at least 55 silver coins to get it. You need to go back to the first world to give the first bear the shell to get the banana bird from him, and then you go back to.
Oh god, we're poor.
Yeah, but here's the thing: we never need to use bear coins for anything ever again.
No, sorry, you don't understand. We're poor.
We can always go to Swanky's.
What the fuck you want? What do you want about?
We can always go to Swanky's and get more money.
Hey Swanky, can I have Hey Swanky, let me loan $1. Let me hold $1.
Okay, so this guy wants to finish his shell collection, and then he'll give you his bird, his banana bird. I do like that he has like the weird, like Warner Brothers type naming of like bananas flutterous kind of thing.
Oh no, King K. Rool's playing Smash Ultimate again. To be prepared for Dixie and
God
Katie
damn
coming.
Shit.
So
they can't find me here.
So that house up there, you will be able to get a flower for that bear. But the flower doesn't grow until after you beat, like, the second to last world in the game. So it's kind of obnoxious. So the last trading side quest we can do for now is giving this bear this mirror so that we can get a wrench. And we're going to need the wrench for the next world. Alright, so we're officially done with K3. I'm only coming back here so I can save, because that was a long-ass recording session, and I don't want to redo it again.
And
no, she's asleep. Fuck it.
It's a good thing she lets us.
She fell asleep. She's either fell asleep or is comatose.
Damn, considering what happens in 64, that is dark.
Hey,
I
am
mean,
I wrong?
they do blatantly tell you. She does blatantly say that she died after DKC 3.
I'm just saying.
Am
I wrong?
Wrinkly at least is the only Kong family member that has a canonic reason to not be in any new game, because she's the only one that's officially dead.
Yep.
and then you see Cranky. Oh no, Wrinkly's dead. Wait, that means I'm single again. Yeah, baby.
Just straight up the Spy Who Shagged Me level shit.
Yeah. We'll see you guys for the next part.
Yeah, baby, yeah.